Okay, so in this example, I'm just going to talk about formatting output when you have strings and a numeric data type, in this case a double, to get everything to line up so that it looks good. So you could see that I have three string variables, name one, name two, name three. I've got John, Margaret, and Ed. They all have different numbers of characters in them, and then I have some GPAs here as well, and then I display name 1 GPA 1, so you'll see John 4, name 2 GPA 2, Margaret 3.7, and then name 3 and GPA 3. And right now there's no formatting, and the numbers are right next to the strings, and that's what it looks like. So the way that you get all of the strings to kind of line up is by setting a width for them and having the width the same for all the strings. So Margaret's the longest string. It has what, 8 characters. So we want to have a width that's at least 8, probably longer. Let's make it 10. But the trick here is that you also want to change the alignment to left. And remember, setting the width to 10 is just a field width of 10 in which Margaret displays. So let me just, well, in this case, John is going to display because okay, so you'll see John is left aligned in a field width of 10, right? You've got John has 4 characters, 6 blank spaces, and the 4 is coming after that. So I'm going to make all of these the same. So now when I run it in my output window, you could see how the strings are all in the same width, and these guys start to look a little crazy because they're left aligned. So as I go from a string to a number, maybe what I want to do after the string is change my alignment back to right for the numbers. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And if I change it to left, I've got to change it back to right. So I'm going to have to do it in all of these. Okay, so it didn't really change things too much because I'm not, I don't have set precision. I don't have fixed. I don't, have anything in there. But if we wanted to like line these up so that they were, in a width. So if I'm looking at like 3.35, maybe I want to have at least a width of 4 and maybe a width of 5. So I can put that, after the right. I could put it before the right if I want. Now remember that set width has to be in front of every single one. That's one of the ones that only works for the next entry. And now you can see they're right aligned, so that looks a little bit better with the numbers. But, if we want this to look even better and have everything lined up along the decimal point, we want to use fixed and set precision. And since I only have to do it once, I generally just, if they're all going to be the same, I'm going to do it right before all the cout statements, so they all have the same precision. Okay, and now everything is lined up. Some of you might say, well, I might, have done that okay anyhow, but, if these numbers, like, 44 is not a good GPA, but you could see here that this would still remain lined up because we have the set width of 5 and so if my numbers, some were 1 digit, some were 2 digits, this would still work well. So I recommend if you're doing something like this where you have a string and then a numeric value, changing the alignment to left, using the same set width for all the strings, and make sure your set width is big enough to handle the biggest string. Then you can change it to right and then use another set width for these numbers, and then always use fixed before you use set precision.